This full moon, I feel, is putting a lot of people in this freeze pattern. You hear flight or fight or flight, fight or flight, and then we can go into fawn or freeze. And the freeze energy is almost like this process of like analysis paralysis, right? Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's very mental, a lot of dualistic thinking. There could be a deeply rooted fear of making the wrong choice. And I get it. I've been there. I was afraid to make choices. And sometimes when we are afraid to make choices and we delay the choice we know deep inside that we need to make because we've delayed it because of this deeply rooted belief of two separate beliefs and this cognitive dissonance. If you're in this root cause of paralysis, you got to get to the root cause, because you can miss out on a lot of golden opportunities, all because you're sitting in fear of making the wrong choice. And I have lost probably the greatest love of my life for fear of making the wrong choice. And ultimately, I don't believe the wrong choice is ever really wrong. It's just going to reroute you down a different path. And so the fear energy needs to be dealt with, because the fear, the reality of the fear, is maybe a consequence that you have to live with for the rest of your life, like where I'm at. And so Neptune is going to offer you escapism. And so we don't want to escape the responsibilities or the reality of maybe needing to make a choice during this full moon, because Saturn is also hard at work, working with this energy, saying it's time to put in the hard work. It's time to just be accountable. And so if you're stuck in the past, if you're stuck in a certain cycle that is kind of holding you back, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a choice or the responsibility of facing a choice or the consequences of a choice, you can't really skip through these karmic lessons. Saturn is like, you can't escape the lesson. You cannot escape the lesson. You can mask with Neptune, but Saturn's like, you can't really escape. You can't escape. And so you can't keep looking for a way out when it comes to avoiding responsibility and accountability. You can't keep projecting. I noticed 11:11 on the timer. You can't keep projecting your fantasies out there without grounding them into reality, because then that's just what they are. They're a fantasy. And so I think right now these energies are really hard. Sometimes we don't have the resources to make a difficult choice if it comes down to maybe leaving an unhealthy relationship behind, or a toxic relationship behind. I see it. I see it all the time happening in the collective. So many people are staying stuck in these